farmers, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Earthen Pond. I want to tell you something you need to know about this Earthen Pond. If you want to acquire a land for Earthen Pond, there are three important things you need to note before you buy a land for your Earthen Pond. I'm talking about Earthen Pond. What are Earthen Pond? Earthen Pond are ponds that are constructed into the soil. They are not made by cement, nor blocks, nor stone, nor any other thing. They are dug right into the soil. So what do you still need to know about Earthen Pond? Their costs of maintenance are usually low, and also the cost of keeping your fish inside are also low. And you should know that they are natural ponds. They will also bring you good results and the rest. It's not that this is the best pond on earth. It has its own disadvantages too, but this is the best I can ever tell you in this catfish farming because the ponds are usually natural. So that is all about the Earthen Pond. They are dug into the soil. Their maintenance, cost of maintenance are always low, and also it doesn't require you much stress to keep your fish inside, and the ponds are natural, lot of things like that, etc, etc. So that is all about the Earthen Pond. You can see the pond at my back. It's a small one, but we still have enough land at the back to construct Earthen Pond. And also here there are a lot of ponds there also. So what are the three things I want you to note when it comes to acquiring a land, buying a land for Earthen Pond? Before I tell you that three things, remember that you are buying the land to reduce the cost of everything, the cost of fueling, the cost of maintenance, and the cost of every other thing. So you must think of some things that are important. Your Earthen Pond must bring out water naturally by its own. If you are pumping water into your Earthen Pond, then it has no difference from the one of concrete pond or the one of tarpaulin pond. So if you're having your Earthen Pond, you should think of the possibility of getting water naturally from the ground. Earthen Pond usually depend on the soil for their water. Their water source is always from the ground. Earthen pond are mud pond. Mud pond are constructed, they are dug into the soil, so they are natural. You can do sandbag to defend your Earthen pond. Sometimes you can use it to beautify it, yes, but the work that sandbags does the most is to defend the dike. Your dike are the sand you are seeing around the pond. To prevent it from falling into the pond, I mean from returning this sand, the sand that they pack out of that place, to return it into the pond, you can use sandbag to defend it so that everything will just be intact and you can use it for a longer time before you change it. So let's quickly go into those three things you need to know. Number one of it, you should think of something like this. Look at here, you can see this is a stream. There must be a water. It must be a waterlogged area. If you look at all the places I am now, this is dry season here in Nigeria. Look at this place. You can see that the grasses are still greenish. If you look at my back there, far away, the grasses are still greenish and they are using it to plant without watering them. You can see the video as it's showing on the screen. So the soil are still wet, which means this area is a waterlogged area. So that is the first thing for you to note. That is the first one. It must be in a waterlogged area. There must be a river or a stream or any water that is close to your place. That is number one. Number two, you must come in rainy season. When it's raining, it is important for you to come and examine the land to see how the water flows, to see the level of the water, to see where the water passes, to see how it moves aggressively, so that when you dig your pond like this, at the end of the day, flood will not take away your fish. That is the second reason you have to come examine the land before you buy it during rainy season, to check the condition of the fish. Maybe it is something scary, maybe it's something that will affect you when you stock your fish in rainy season or not. So it is important to come and check it. Number two. Number three, which is the last one, you have to come in dry season too. I'm in dry season and this is the water here. The water is still running and this water doesn't run dry till another rain comes down. So you must come in dry season to check if the water will run dry, so that your pond won't run dry of water when it is dry season. I told you that you are doing the pond depending on the water that is coming from the ground. So if the water that is in the river is now running dry, which means the water that is in your pond will also run dry. So for that reason, you must come in rainy season to check, and also come in dry season to check whether the water will run dry or not. So in this particular time now, you can see that the water in this pond is not up to the level of the pond, which means in this dry season, that is the level of the water by now. When it's rainy season, the water will rise more than that. So what other things can you now do to increase the level of this water is to run in your inlet and outlet. You run your inlets from the stream here down to your pond, and run your outlet from the pond here out back to the stream. So that is the perfect way to do it. With that, you can increase the level of your water and also reduce the level of your water. And also when it's raining season and the water tends to go more than the highest level, you can block your inlet and also open your outlets so that the water can go out, and you will maintain the same level of water in this earthen pond. So that is all about that. If you want to acquire a land for earthen pond, you have to put those three things into places before you acquire a land for earthen pond. Number one, it must be a waterlogged area. Number two, examine the flood. Number three, examine the dryness of the land. So that is all about it. My name is Simeon O. James. You can reach out to me through the number you're seeing on the screen anytime, any day. You can message me on WhatsApp on that too. So thank you for watching our video. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for the comment, and thank you for everything. I appreciate you all.